You mentioned before we started to record the rash of injuries. You have a feel for which ones are serious, which ones are just nicks and bruises that should be a quick turnaround?
Yeah, well, I think the bye week came at a good time. They got a lot of guys healthy there, but they still weren't quite all the way to go on some of these guys, like the center Alex Forsyth. He'll be back this week, but you just had some wild things happen. I mean, Bennett Williams, for example, is playing out of his mind. He's defensive player of the week in the Pac-12. He's got interceptions. He's flying all over the place. They had lost a bunch of linebackers. He's a safety. He's basically playing a quasi linebacker half the time. Breaks his leg in a drill literally right before they're going on the airplane to go to Stanford. Non-contact injury on a onside kick drill. And they're running an onside kick drill. He runs full speed. He stops on a dime and his leg breaks. And that's a gruesome injury, one. If anybody's seen a non-contact tibia, fibia type of situation, it's not pretty. And this is a guy who's just playing lights out. And right before you go on the plane to go to Stanford, the guy breaks his leg. So those are the kind of things that are happening this year. Obviously, a lot of eyes were on Justin Flo to start the year. He goes down with another season-ending injury, back-to-back years. So, there's just the injury bug has hit this program hard, and especially on the defensive side, to the point where, they had to do a lot of different things. They had to be very creative. And I think that's kind of cool. It gives them a lot of different looks. But, for example, they have Kayvon Thibodeau, the best pass rusher in the nation, and sometimes in coverages, dropping back in coverage to cover like a tight end because they don't have enough backers out there to cover a guy who's that big. And again, that is crazy to think that Lawrence Taylor wouldn't be out coming off the edge. He'd be dropping back in coverage. But that's what they're doing. And they have to. It's out of necessity. I think the running back situation now is really dicey because you lose the number one running back. You lose CJ Verdell for the year. And CJ is having a great year and a good 3-down back type of guy, a guy who has real pro prospects if you can get a look at it. And again, this is just the injury bug has hit the team so hard. And I do think that, not to say that that's a reason why they lost to Stanford, but they didn't go into Stanford completely healthy at all. I mean, they didn't even have their offensive coordinator. He had emergency surgery before he couldn't even go to the game. I mean, and they haven't released exactly what he had. I'm assuming it's something with his heart maybe or a stent or something. He haven't released anything on that level, but he just got cleared to fly down to the Rose Bowl. So this team was limping into that Stanford game big time.